Here on the coast of South Africa, there are no penguins left due to human pollution.
Have you ever been on a beach and noticed that there are foreign objects in the sand, such as trash or in the water, and maybe possibly it was water pollution, and you wondered where it came from and why it was there, who caused it, and what effects it had on the ecosystem? Currently, a major problem within ecosystems is water pollution because it affects the whole ecosystems and animals and other living organisms within the ecosystem. Water pollution is the contamination of big bodies of water or even smaller bodies of water such as lakes and rivers, and that's when toxic waste is dumped into those bodies of water, either directly or indirectly, and it makes it really hard for surrounding organisms and life to survive in those toxic conditions.
Have you seen the population of penguins decreasing?
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the human pollution.
It is happening in Antarctica, southern Africa, the west coast of South America, the islands in the southern hemisphere, and southern Australia. Tourist attractions created by humans are destroying the habitats of penguins all over the world, especially in South America, specifically Argentina.
Who or what is causing the penguin population to decrease? Humans are, and their pollution as well as their tourist attractions that they are creating, as well as overfishing, is causing the penguin population to decrease. Overfishing done by humans is causing the penguins to not gain their food supply as close to their home as they need, forcing the penguins to swim an extra 25 miles for food. This extra mileage that the penguins must travel means that there is more time that one parent has to be away from their nests to collect food from the family. These longer trips for food during a breeding season also means there could be a lesser chance of a penguin parrot being able to reproduce. Dee Boersma, a biology professor at the University of Washington, said that the distance might not sound like much, but they also had to swim another 25 miles back, and they are swimming an extra 50 miles while their mates are back at the breeding grounds, sitting on a nest and starving. So how long has this problem been occurring of the population of penguins decreasing rapidly? The problem has been occurring for roughly 61 years. There was a spark in the industrialization in Europe during the late 1940s into the 1950s that scientists believe is one of the main conclusions that caused the problems to be uprising in the penguin population.
The reason that this is happening is due to rampant hunting that is continuing in some areas. Penguins absorb synthetic toxins from eating poisoned fish. Human exploitation of seabird guano for agriculture is destroying penguin habitats. Also, during this time period, people were putting large amounts of litter into the oceans. Ocean drifts would pull the material to the southern oceans, and there would be many cases where penguins were greatly affected.
Considering that the human disturbances that are causing the penguin population to decrease have been occurring for long periods of time, there are really no short-term effects on the ecosystem. Some long-term effects include the overall food chain seeing a decline in some of their resources. The population of fish and penguins are overall decreasing. Anchovies, a small fish, is being overfished by humans. Anchovies are the penguins' #1 source of food. So the penguins are seeing a decrease in their #1 food source, which also means there will be a decrease in penguins since they can't get their food. Penguins are a food source for seals, and so if there's a decrease in penguins, there shall be a decrease in seals as well. This overall decrease in the penguin population corresponds with the overfishing that the humans are doing with anchovies and other small fish, and you can see that correlate with the populations decreasing in seals and other animals as well.
A way to remedy the disturbance would be decreasing the amount of fishing that is going on. It will decrease the amount of distance that the penguins will need to go in order to find their food. Also, you want to make sure that the rain goes only down the drain. Most drains flow straight into the sea, which means that penguins may end up swimming in anything that goes down them. Take care of your local stream.
Some things have already been implemented to help reduce the disturbance on penguins. Harvesting of penguin eggs in southern Africa was banned in 1969, and penguin preserves have been set up to help protect and encourage penguin populations. And some research that exists for future remedies to help reduce the disturbance on penguins includes plans to stop the removal of the penguins' habitats who live in South Africa and other warm climates for our own benefits, such as building buildings over top of their ecosystem and habitat in which they live.
There are both small and large ways to remedy the disturbances. Small ways to decrease the disturbances on penguins would be to not dump any toxic waste by local streams. This can affect not only the wildlife in the streams, but the animals that consume any fish or other organisms in the streams. A larger way to decrease the disturbances on penguins would be to protest against the overfishing of small fish such as anchovies that mean penguins are not receiving their primary food source. It will be very difficult to change the ways of all the people in the world to decrease pollution. Many surveys have been pushed out, and the response from the majority of the people regarding changing their lifestyle for the better of the environment has been
It will take the most elite team on Earth. Skipper, Kowalski, Rico, and Private.
We're the elitist of the elite. Up high! Whoa, hey now!
join the elite group and save the penguins.